Hey you, yeah you, are you looking for an escape? Maybe just for an hour to laugh, cry, roll your eyes, or even just have a minute to yourself.
Or ever just want to embrace your feminine side, and what better way to do that than have the color pink riding shotgun, as pink isn't just a color, it's a state of mind. Thanks Audrey Hepburn for that quote.
Then look no further. Introducing the new podcast, Truth and Pink.
We're Sarah and Channa, 1979 Gen X, strong. But more Zennials, that forgotten little slice of Gen X with just enough millennial edge to know what TikTok is?
But way too cool to care.
Hey, Truth Babes, what's happening? So I'm here right now without my better half just to explain that we sometimes do part 1 and part 2 episodes. We all have busy lives and we're trying to do this podcast and keep it up. So a lot of times you will have 2 parts of an hour week broken up or something like that. So I'm just coming at you to say this is a 2-part episode. Here is part 1. Enjoy.
Oh my goodness. Is it a next week already? Hi,
It
and
is.
welcome back. I'm so excited to be here. We have so much to unpack.
So much. This
Welcome,
is
Truth Babes.
Truth and Pink. We've got a lot of truth. I'm not sure how much pink though. I'm feeling black.
Ew.
Just
I'm
because
a
of-
little gray.
Are you gray?
Yeah, it's the whole FOMO. We'll get into it.
Yeah.
But sitting here talking with my bestie, that helps.
That helps.
I'll brighten up
always.
the day a little bit.
It does. It does. No, and I just mean gray, just of all of the what we were talking about before we hit record, of just the, still having to deal with monthly Aunt Flo visits and
The
the wreak
girly
havoc on the body. And
Yeah. Well, we are trying desperately at our age, our old age, to
Watch it.
biohack. I'm trying to biohack the
Yes.
shit out of my body
Yes,
right now.
Lots of biohacking.
Yeah.
So I have to confess, I was so mean to Jeff the other day. And I don't even know where it came from. You know how you kind of have like that outer body experience where you just start on something and you can't stop?
It's like
Yeah.
the
Yes.
snowball effect.
Yes, the avalanche.
And then you realize
was-
later that you were wrong, but you can't
Yes.
apologize. Or you
Well-
realize halfway through the argument that you're
Yes.
wrong, but you just keep going because
So
you
kind
stand on
of
business.
so yes, but I was proud of not that I need a pat on the back by any means, because I was a complete holy terror, but I did try to apologize pretty quickly, but I was not very nice. And
Mm.
and it's really sad because normally he does do something to sort of get me in that state, and he didn't do anything, and I was just like, bleh.
She's like diarrhea of the mouth. She's just like,
Yes.
"Bleh."
And he was just kind of like, what the fuck is going on?
Okay, pause. What is in your hand? Is that like a toothpick thingy?
I don't know, it's like a
Oh.
sewing needle that
Oh,
like,
okay. Sorry.
yeah,
I
and
thought
I
you
just
had like
pro-
one of those like flossers in your hand. And I was like, hello, we're recording. Nobody
I'm
wants
sorry.
to see you flossing. All
No,
right.
I
My
have
bad.
I have to fiddle. I'm a fidgeter, fiddle. I
Yeah,
have
yeah,
to
yeah,
fiddle.
yeah. That's fine.
But yes, so, and I did apologize. I felt really bad, and of course, all the poor guy wanted to do was watch the Masters, and I was,
And you had other ideas.
So then he was like, I think I'm gonna go play golf. So he ditched me.
And went and played golf.
Yeah. But it was
Aw.
that was the right move, because I just, and I felt
You were
really
having
bad.
it.
And I felt really bad. I did. And he's so,
I feel like
It's
your Jeff is way more patient than my Jeff. My
didn't
Jeff.
used to be. Didn't used to be. Now
All right,
he's
is this an
he's-
age thing? So
May-
I
I don't
got
know.
like 10 years to wait or something?
Well, I don't know if it's an age thing or he's just learned, especially when he knows that he's not at fault for something. He's learned very well to just kind of step back and go, okay, this is the tone for today. Now, in all honesty, I am not like, that was a one-off. I am not like that
all the time. No, nobody
not
here
even-
thinks that
No, but,
Sarah's
like-
awful all the time.
But no, I'm talking like that was a huge. I'm usually the one that gets the feelings hurt and that I have to sit here and like take it like a big girl, and he gets to be the one that kind of has the tirade. But this was a one-off.
This was
and so, yes.
you.
So because it does happen so few and far between, he kind of knows that it will escalate and get worse if he tries to like stick up for himself or like defend himself.
Wow. Wow, that's so grown up.
So yeah, so he now
so
knows
grown up.
like, I'm gonna be over here and mind
When
my
you come
peace.
to your
Yes, when you
senses.
come to your senses.
I'll be here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at like Jeffrey and I are definitely like way past our toxic phase. Like that was forever ago. However, when he does not know how to do that. If he thinks I'm going crazy, he'll be like, "What just happened right now? Why are you acting like this?" And like then you question my crazy. So
Now we have a problem.
now we have a real problem.
Yeah. No, he
And
well,
so
he-
I'm like,
to-
babe, I just need you.
right.
And then I don't want to blame it on my hormones because I'm like, is it me being
Right.
hormonal? Is it me just having something to say right now?
Yeah.
Like,
I just feel like being a bitch right now. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. Yeah.
but ugh.
But so in all fairness though, he definitely has a man period sometimes. He definitely gets in a mood and like the whole house.
Are you on your period right now?
he totally sometimes has a man period. Because there's been many times where he has blevied and we're just like, what is like what just happened? So in the same respect, I have learned to be like, okay, now's not the time to talk or bring up anything, or we're just gonna go over here and you come find us when you feel better.
Kids, everybody get in
yeah.
the car.
Yep, we're gonna go over
We're
here
gonna leave
and
Dad
yes,
alone.
yes.
We're gonna
Now,
let him stew.
and that has also lately been very few and far between. So
Okay.
so I don't know. I'm grateful for the maturity. I'm
Like
grateful for the
age.
self-awareness. The self-awareness is key
Okay.
for on both of our parts
I need to
because
get
we
there.
both have to be able to say that I don't know. I don't even know why I'm acting this way. Oh, wait. I didn't have a period since January. Oh, I didn't like all of these things. Not that it's an excuse to be horrible, but sometimes I don't know. You just
Yeah,
can't
but
help
back to, like,
yourself.
why we're biohacking our body, right?
Right,
Because like we do
right.
have emotions that like the
Right.
one thing that the things that they talk about is that, our hormones for the first are out of whack. Not just once a month anymore. Now they're just out of whack.
They're just completely out of whack all the
They're just
time that we're
completely
trying
out
to
of-
navigate the waters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so this is new for us too.
Yeah.
That's why
Well, and
that's why I'm trying so hard to biohack my body.
Right. And I'm certainly, again, there's no defense for it. I'm not defending it, but like I was also physically not feeling like
Yeah, you're just
at
unwell.
one point he came in and I was just
Well.
like I hadn't even got like I just lay down on the bed. I didn't even get under the cover. I was just like laying on the bed. Like I wasn't there was not things that needed to happen happening. And again, if you know me, that's like that's a completely we don't sit still. There's not a time where we're just doing that. So it was definitely it was an issue and
It was an issue.
poor
It's all
guy
right, we
wanted
got
no
past
part
it.
of that.
So I love that you brought up naps.
You're not a nap. Well,
I am
kind
not a
of.
nappy girl.
No, I was gonna say you're not
do
nap.
not nap.
Yeah,
like
I
there,
don't either.
like I will be the first one up in the morning and the last one. Well, maybe not the last one to bed anymore because I have created
'Cause you
these night
prioritize your
owls.
sleep?
Yeah. Yes. But I am not a nappy girl. Like when I was working night shift, Graves, like every once in a while, I would take like a quick cat nap. But other than that, like no, if I'm up early, I'm awake and I'm this, that, and the other. Jeffrey will get up after me and like come and sit on the couch and just take himself like a 45-minute nap. And I'll come around the corner and be like, hey, babe, the fuck is wrong with you? What? How do you just fall asleep in the middle of the day?
Didn't you just have 7 hours of sleep?
And you slept in.
Oh my gosh.
Like,
yeah.
what is wrong with you? No, I'm not a nappy girl. I can't nap to save my life. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, maybe I want to take
Now-
a nap. And he looks at me like I'm crazy. And I'm like, you're right. I could never.
If I have a migraine, that's a difference. I have to completely isolate myself, make the room completely dark.
That's different.
And that's different. And then I'm heavily medicated. So
yeah,
there's just,
medicated,
I'm useless anyway.
dark room,
Yes,
cold,
yes,
dark room.
Yes.
Yes.
But
yes,
I have
understand
been
that.
known before I prioritized my sleep. I had been known to, he'd be like, "Hey, let's watch a movie or let's watch TV." And it's, 9:30 at night. And it's like, okay, I want to spend time with you. And then about 20 minutes into the movie, I'm out
Fall
cold.
asleep. Yep.
I'm out cold.
Back in the day, Jeffrey tried to get me into Breaking Bad, and Breaking Bad had already been a thing. So,
Yeah.
like, I don't even know how many seasons they were in to it
yeah.
when he tried to get me into Breaking Bad.
I tried. Did you get into it?
Well, my problem was we would watch it when we would get off of work together. And so then,
Okay.
again, this was literally 12 years ago. So we're getting off at anywhere between 12 and 3 o'clock in the morning. And then he wants me to watch
No.
the show.
No, I'm all done.
And we would, but that's again, like, your schedule's all off then too, because then we were eating, like, we would eat when we got home to 2 o'clock in the morning. Doesn't matter. I haven't eaten since like 6 p.m. or something, so
right.
I'm eating at 2 o'clock in the morning. And so we're eating and watching Breaking Bad, and halfway through Breaking Bad, I'm snoring because
Right.
like, I just can't.
Your carbs have kicked in and you're tired and you're like, I'm done.
Yeah, that's not a thing. So,
Yeah.
I don't like watching TV in bed very often. I like to go to bed and go to bed.
Right.
I have a girlfriend
I don't like to do that, but go
that
ahead.
literally doesn't have a TV in the bedroom. That is a hard
couldn't do
no
that.
for her.
I
She's
couldn't
like,
do
no,
that.
the bedroom is for sleeping.
I think that's great, and I completely admire that. I think for me, it started with when I did work midnights, and in order to fall asleep because of all the outside noise, I would turn on the TV for background noise to like focus on that versus the trash truck or the car alarms or whatever. Because I would get off at the police department at 7 o'clock in the morning, have like an hour drive, finally wind down and get to bed like 8:30 in the morning, and then have to really, really focus on going to sleep if I didn't have something that I could like hear, like white noise essentially.
Yeah.
But that turned into now I can't fall asleep without the TV being on.
Got
So,
you.
yeah.
I'm the same, but like with a fan. So I grew up with
Definitely
a
a
fan in my
fan.
face. So I
Yes.
literally had, for a while, I had one of the like day beds with the pull out underneath. You know what I'm
Yes, the
talking about?
trundle.
Trundle. Thank you.
Yes.
I'm like, there's a word for it. And so I had like a clip fan that I literally would clip to one of the railings that was like in my face. So
Yeah.
even in the winter, but I have learned now that I believe that it's the white noise that I like. I mean, I do like the breeze. But I think I need that white noise is the thing that I need. And now I've realized, and I don't know, did we talk about this last time?
I'm not sure.
The
Could say
ringing in my
no.
ears?
Yeah, we did, and I told you to put castor oil on it. Did you do that?
Put castor oil?
Like just around not inside the ear, around and like behind the ear. Look it up. Literally lots of papers, lots of
On tinnitus.
testimony.
I mean, I don't know if I
tinnitus.
actually have tinnitus.
But put
I mean, I guess
castor
if there
oil
is
around
ringing.
it. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Not inside, around it, behind it.
I would never put castor oil in my ear.
No, well, for those who are listening.
Okay, so castor oil around my ear.
Behind and around, yes.
And that's supposed to help my ringing.
Yes, look
in
it
my
up.
ears.
It is a huge thing, actually. That, and if you have the
Right.
floaties in your eyes, if you put castor oil on your eyes before you go to bed, the floaties are gone. And I can attest to that. That happened to me.
Okay.
So I'm telling you.
Maybe I gotta go back.
I'm telling you, I'm
castor oil. I know you are.
I'm the dad from my big fat Greek wedding. Instead of the 409 or Windex, it's
Windex.
castor
I had
oil.
a zit last night, but it's gone. What did you do? I put Windex on it.
Telling you.
Fuck.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, all right. Castor oil on anything and everything. Apparently, it fixes your life. Okay, so I've definitely decided that yes.
You so don't believe me, but I'm being serious.
I
really
don't.
am.
But
Try it. Try it.
But here's the thing.
Try it.
I don't like quiet.
Yeah, I can't.
And I don't know if it's because I've gotten so used to like the ringing type of stuff, and it just doesn't faze me.
Okay, well, and this is a good segue. So let's talk about this because like I had mentioned, I can't fall asleep without the noise. The problem is that means I'm also constantly stimulating my brain, and it's
Correct.
never like there's never nothing
quiet.
passing through it. Right. Because I'm so OCD, if it's too quiet, then I can hear the faucet or something or a mouse fart or whatever it is. Like I can hear it. And then I'm awake and then I'm obsessing and then I'm, just all of these things.
Right.
And it's terrible. I hate it, but I have to have that background noise. But when we talk about your FOMO for Coachella,
Ugh.
I've been reading all of these studies. Now, probably not when you're supposed to sleep, although I don't know. But the enhancement that happens, we're talking less dementia, we're talking more focus. If you're listening to music, and there's a whole science-backed thing about this. When we were kids, and this wasn't our generation, but like watching Tom and Jerry cartoon,
Mhm.
okay? They specifically designed it to be nonverbal and only to classical music because it actually enhanced kids' IQs because they were just listening to classical music. So there's a lot of merit in what it does to your brain and why it's good for you.
Well, from a young age, music was very therapeutic for me. Like I would again, when you're sad, you listen to music. When you're happy, you listen to music. Like it's just and I think there's some people that don't do that,
Right,
but I think for
right.
the majority of people, music has some very healing and emotional attachments, right?
Sure, sure.
And yes, I have seen more information on the beats per minute, like the BPM of
Yep.
certain music, literally stimulates parts of your brain
Well, and we've
that
talked
are
about
triggering, that are happy, that are
well, and it's
soothing.
like bouncing. It's the vibration,
Well,
right? We've
and
talked
that's
about the
why
vibration, the tuning forks.
yes, and when you go into a meditative place, how they have music and this tranquil sound and things in the background. Have you ever been to a sound bath?
No, but remember you said you're going and we want to have you report back to us for
Did I not?
did
Uh,
you go already for the
oh my
birthday?
gosh.
Okay.
Yes.
Well,
And it was
so tell
amazing.
us.
Well,
Okay.
here's the problem. They darken the room. They put a pillow behind you. They put a heavy eye mask on you. You a weighted eye mask. Put you in a nice comfy blanket. Bitch,
Get
I
ready
was
to go.
out.
That was all she wrote.
But midday. Okay, me who doesn't nap, midday. It wasn't it was 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
You were soothed. You were done for.
But that is you can oh my gosh. And it's she's having you come along. She's okay, hold on to this chakra, hold on to this chakra. And so you're just placing your hands and you're breathing and I was out. And I told her, I was okay, next time I'm not going to have any of those things on me until halfway
just see.
through because
Yeah.
I got the first half. I didn't get the second half. So yeah, it was amazing. And again,
But did they do the wand on the pot?
yes,
And that
yes,
just
and they do. They all have these different sounds. And even though it's a constant, you're just you literally can feel it.
yeah.
And it just it just washes this complete calm in your body, and you're just
Now, did you do the
amazing.
sound bath in a salt cave? Because that's supposed to be the ultimate, because it's like being at the beach because you have all the magnesium and salt in the air that's all good for you and the way you're feeling, right?
No,
So if you go and do a salt cave with a sound bath, that's supposed to be
and even to the next level. No, again, I was at a wellness center. So we did a Pilates class, and then the Pilates class turned into the sound bath. And then from the sound bath, I went to the freaking 190-degree, I don't even know how hot it was, 150-degree, hot sauna. And then from there, I went to my massage, and I was just loving life.
You were a wet noodle. There's
I was-
nothing left.
It was great. And I was the only one. Everyone's oh my God, you're going to go into the hot sauna? Yeah, I am. Because it's so good for you.
Well, that, and thanks to your training in your hot yoga, you know how to regulate your body in it and stuff.
I sure do.
And they think that's part of the I don't want to say stigma, but sort of the hesitancy I see with a lot of people who don't want to do the sauna because they don't quite understand what the result is or what they're looking for. And they don't understand at what point is it uncomfortable, that's okay, and what part is I have a health issue and this
Right.
is not
You
good.
you push yourself. It's also, I don't want to say like an accomplishment, but like when you can push yourself past the uncomfortable and stay in there for the health benefit, it's great. If I would have had more time, I just didn't have a lot of time. They have a cold bath that you're supposed to do afterwards, and I just didn't have time to do that because I had a massage. So.
Sure. That
But I was
takes
like,
priority.
but I was like, get all my muscles like heated up and ready to go. So like when she lays me down and starts working, like my muscles are already like nice and loose for her. She hurt me.
Oh.
Not like, but like it was like a good hurt, you know?
Yeah.
Like she's like, how hard do you want it? And I was like, I don't know, like a medium hard.
It's a good thing you didn't say hard.
Yeah. I mean, well, like, but like these massage therapists, like they like, I mean, they get their elbows into it and like they're
Yeah.
just like
Yeah.
rub, and you're like, oh. You're like, oh, that hurts a little bit, but I think I like it.
Okay, the sound effects alone, priceless. But the faces, if you're not watching this on YouTube, you don't understand.
Follow us on all the socials.
It's so
Come watch
funny.
us on YouTube. It's hilarious,
It's
apparently.
funny. It is. No, for sure.
So
though.
yeah, back to there's something, and then there was this interview with like a DJ somewhere, not like a. Anyways, there was an
Find your words.
words. And he was doing an interview with somebody, and they're saying that women over the age of 40 are turning to raves and dance clubs because we are of the generation where we had our kids young. Most of us had our kids young, and now we're in our 40s and our kids are older. And so like I'm seeing all of these, aren't you sad that you like ruined your life in your 20s because you had a kid? And they're like, no, because now I'm hanging out with my kid partying in my 40s, you know?
Yeah.
So we are of that generation where that's happening. And so while we might have sacrificed some of our time, and that's what having kids is, you're sacrificing your time and your energy to raise a decent human being.
Sure.
So now we're in our 40s.
But
and
I don't even think, because you weren't a young 20-something.
I was 25 when I had
Okay. For your
Chase.
first, but you were
Yeah.
in your 30s with Keegan. I was 30s with
30.
Reese. Like, we weren't all that. But
Yeah.
now I feel at this age, like I don't want to overly brag, but we've talked about how our kids enjoy hanging out with us.
Yeah.
I absolutely love having Reese at this age, and we're going to Dutch Bros, or we're going to find something, or she's getting her favorite thing now is lippies from Victoria's Secret. So she's like looking at all of the lip gloss. You call it lippies?
Okay.
You knew that.
I was thinking that, but I just was like, is that an actual thing? Like, is there a Lippies
Lip gloss.
brand?
No,
That's what I was.
You were going for the more technical. I'm not that technical.
Yeah, no, that's okay. It's okay. It's a you and Reese thing. Call them Lippies. Okay, that's fine.
But just that kind of stuff, and like, looking at clothes and just different stuff, and all of the stuff she's doing in school is just totally different.
I can literally be like, Kiki, do you want to get in the car? She's like, I'm like, get in, loser.
Right.
And she'll be like, yeah, where are we going?
Yeah.
She doesn't even care where we're going. Okay, I'll go.
Right.
Mommy, I'm like, honey, I need to drive across town to see if this tanning salon is open.
Right,
and
come
I
with
don't want to
me.
go by myself. Will
Yeah,
you come with me? Yeah,
Yep.
sure, I'm coming.
They're the ride or
We're on an
dies for
adventure.
sure. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So Reese started the 30-hour course for driving, driver's ed,
Oh,
where you have to
yay.
do the computer stuff first,
Uh-huh.
and then you can go get So
Mhm.
we've started that.
Oh, that's great. She might beat Keegan.
Oh, it's
I
not
love
a
that.
race. It's not a race, but she is like really into it. I
course she
remember
is.
thinking, I don't like, okay, fine. Like, but I was also driving at 12 around the ranch and like what, like, it
Yes.
wasn't that big of a deal, but
Yeah.
I didn't take it very, I mean, I took it seriously, but not,
Not
like
that serious.
she's like, Mom, tell me about this gauge and what does this do? And like, what is this? And I'm just like, okay, I'm going to learn too. This is fun.
You're like, well, if I'm being honest, frankly, I don't know, but let's
Yeah.
learn together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, and I know, I mean, I wasn't allowed to get my license until I could drive a stick, change a tire, and change my oil. That
Yeah.
was the rule. If I wanted to do that, I had to do all those things.
Yes.
So
Same.
learning to drive a stick shift, tire,
Yeah, I
and
learned on a
oil.
stick shift.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Yeah.
A crazy thing, but like I think it's valuable.
Oh, heck yeah.
Look it in a zombie apocalypse, bitch, get in. I
the
can drive.
Right, in the junkyards with all the cars that have been sent
Yep.
there to die, I will know
Don't
how
worry,
to.
I will have one up and running, and we will
Yep.
go.
Yep, absolutely. I even learned how to change spark plugs. Thank you very much.
Wow, I
Yeah.
don't know how to do that.
Yeah. I even learned how to do that.
Crazy.
Now, with all of the digital, technical, whatever stuff in the cars, you can't do maintenance on your. I mean, really, unless it's an older car.
Yeah.
Does
Yeah.
Keegan want to, or she's just not?
She's not very motivated right now because she has 2 big brothers that will
That take her wherever
anywhere.
she wants to go. That's
Yes. Like she'll like text me, Mom, can you pick me up from school at 2 today? And I'm like, nope, I'm at work. And then she'll be like, Dad, can you pick me up? Nope, I'm at school. So then she's like, ugh. And then she texts her brothers, and one of her brothers for sure can pick her up. So like,
so she doesn't have to.
she has 4 people, and so we keep giving her shit. But not that the boys were motivated because they had cars coming to them. Because I would say that my kids just, like, I don't think any of them got their license before 17.
Okay.
So it's not like they were, like, chomping at the bit to get it at 16, where I was, like, 16.
Right now. Take me right now.
Day of my 16th birthday, I went and got my
right now. We're going. Right now.
And the kids just aren't that motivated to get it. And so, yeah, here she is, 16 and a half, and I think she said that she just downloaded the
online thing.
Yeah, and she's like, I'm slowly starting to get through it. And I'm like, yeah, well, let me know when you did.
Oh no.
Well, because we've been bugging her for almost a year. Yeah, because she could have done it when she was 15 and a half. So I was trying to get her to do it last summer when she was at her dad's house for like 3 weeks. I was like, you complain that you have nothing to do when you're there. So spend the time doing this. And she didn't. It's fine.
Yeah.
Because again, she's going to have to share a car with Coop. And at the end of the day, I don't think she's going to be like, she's not the girl that's like, I need the car. I think she's still going to be perfectly happy letting him drive her everywhere, you know?
And that's fair.
So she's just not motivated to.
Reese is very motivated. And mind you, having my dad as a police officer teach me how to drive, like, I feel like I was relatively safe. But now that I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm the one who has to sit in the car with her.
It's the scariest thing in the world. Scariest thing in the world. Like, I did not do well with Chase. I did better with Coop. But
was Coop just a better driver, or you were just used to it by then?
I think so. Cooper was a I don't know, but they would still make the stupidest mistakes. And so here was my issue with teaching them to drive. They would start to do something that was inappropriate. I'd be like, stop.
And they don't. There's no urgency.
They just keep going.
There's no urgency.
So like one day Coop stops at a red light and he's making a right. And of course I am also looking left to see what's happening. And he stops, and then he starts to go. And mind you, okay, we're at the red and there are cars coming, and I was like, Coop, stop. And he just kept on going, and he literally pulled out in front of a car that's flying. And I was like, what happened in there that made you still believe that you should do this?
Yeah.
When the person next to you is screaming, stop.
Yeah.
And so I think that was my problem with both the boys, is that they would continue to do something
Like
even
they
when I
knew better than what you were
correct.
telling
And
them.
I remember
Yeah.
Chase doing the same thing, but like he was turning right and then the cars over here could make a left, and he was paying attention left and right, but he wasn't looking ahead. So I told him to stop because there was a car coming to make a left, and he still didn't stop. It just kept on going. So like both of the boys made decisions when I told them not to. Like,
Right.
so I'm just praying that Keegan doesn't do shit like that, because I don't know that my heart
Well,
can
and I
take
think, isn't it overall the statistic, girls are more cautious than boys anyway?
Yes.
I think, although I will say, and Jordan, honey, I love you. So she didn't want to drive for a very long time at all.
Mhm.
She was over 18 before she got her license. And so
Okay.
she didn't really have to go through driver's ed.
Right?
But the few times that I took her, once in a parking lot and once, I forget, like maybe down the street or whatever. And
Terrifying.
okay, so in my defense,
Terrifying.
this was right after I had my heart attack. So I was trying to keep my
Oh, well, you suck at driving with people now. So nope. I'm sure that Jordan is the best driver in the world, and you just couldn't handle it. So whatever you have to say right now, Jordan, honey, I'm on your side, okay? Okay.
Fair enough.
Okay, Miss Paranoid, tell me about what your
Fair
daughter
enough.
did.
No. Fair. That's completely fair, and she knows that. But now I'm like, okay, well, now I have to do, because Reese was much younger starting than Jordan. Jordan, actually, I think she's done very well for having to kind of wait. But she wanted to. She wanted to wait.
Sure.
But I think she's
Personal
doing okay.
choice.
Yeah. With Reese now, it's like she's gung ho and ready, and I'm gonna be
I'm not.
white knuckling the
Yeah.
the oh shit bar, and it's
Yep.
gonna be
Yep.
so paybacks. I get it. And Zach is pissed because he's only 18 months behind Reese, and he's pissed that he has to wait till next year to do it. And I'm like, buddy, sorry, like
them's the
that's
rules.
it's not. And he's like, I can do this. Blah, blah, blah. He's gonna be the one that's gonna.
Good luck with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So funny tangent. I don't know how we got
I
off
know.
on that tangent.
I don't know.
But it's
So
totally
circle
okay.
back then to music is good for the brain. Doesn't matter what kind, but what isn't fun is FOMO.
So yeah, so we had discussed this before we press play. I don't know why we talk before we
Record.
press play.
Before we hit record.
Yeah. What words?
That's like you saying welcome back. We just
Welcome
need to come
back to another fun-filled week of Sarah and Channa.
What is this, Mr. Rogers? Come on now.
Yes, I'm very welcoming. Mr. Rogers, welcome. Come on.
I never
everybody in
accused
my
you of not being
neighborhood.
welcoming.
Yeah, that's why I welcome everybody back, because I'm very welcoming.
I've already made fun of you enough about your words that you choose that completely date you, like gussied up and
Okay, so the other day I looked at Keegan and I was like, hey, if I say I'm getting gussied up, what does that mean? She's like, look nice. And I was like, yes.
But that's just, she's your daughter. She's heard you say it before. That doesn't count.
Okay, so I have to ask somebody else?
Yes.
Okay. I will report.
I will report back. Gen Z or Gen Alpha that would know that.
I don't know what Gen Alpha is, but I will go ahead and try that.
Well, Reese and Zach are Gen Alpha. Isn't Keegan Gen Alpha?
I don't know.
Huh.
I lost track.
Maybe she's the tail end of Gen Z, but she probably identifies more as Gen Alpha.
So, what was I saying?
So FOMO.
Oh, before we hit, okay, so we should just talk. We should just hit record and talk, because it's silly. Anyways, so this weekend was Coachella, and we used to go all the time. I also had my grandparents' house there, so it was a free place for me to stay. Staying out there is expensive as shit these 2 weekends, and so it's once we moved to Vegas, like we've gone a handful of times for the whole weekend, and we've gone a handful of times just on Sunday. So a lot of times we'll just like mob out on Sunday, find tickets, have a good day, and either sleep in the car or drive home or find a place for one night or whatever, right? And Jeffrey, when he realized, because he was like, okay, I think we could go this year. So I was so excited that we were going to get to go on Sunday. And when he pulled the carpet out from under me and said we can't go because he had to be back at school this morning at 8 a.m. It's a Monday, I think. Yeah. So we weren't going to be able to make it because I'm not driving through the night to get back home.
Sure.
So I was so sad. And he's like, what are you even sad about? Like, who do you want to see the most? And I'm like looking at the lineup and I was like, I
It's not
obviously wanna
about
see-
that.
But I
It's
mean,
about
yeah, you
being
do
there.
have people. And
Well,
that was just
yeah.
it. And I said, at the end of the day, honestly, I'm just sad that I'm not there
Yeah.
because it's just so much fun. And I don't care. You're right. I don't give a shit who's playing. I didn't care that it was Carol G. I don't listen to Carol G's music, but I knew that she was going to put on a good show. We'll circle back to that in a second. And like Duke, I fucking love Duke Dumont. And Cascade, like Cascade, never in my would I ever say that like I love Cascade. I like him a lot. His set last night was the flippin' set. I was so blown away by his set, and I was like, damn, I would have paid good money to see him. All right. But yeah, I don't care who's playing. I don't care if there's only like 2 people because part of it is discovering new music, is going, okay, we've got nothing to do for 2 hours. Let's walk the grounds. Let's find the speakeasies. Let's go look at all the art installations because they put a lot of time and energy into that art and the art installations. And a lot of them are interactive stuff. Going and finding the spicy pie because everybody loves some spicy pie, and going to find your favorite
It's the
foods.
experience.
It is. It's the
it's the
experience.
Yeah.
And no, I'm not this fucking influencer that needs to go and have a like.
You are.
and
Wait a minute.
but-
You are too. You are a Truth and Pink influencer. So
I
absolutely.
am a Truth of Pink influencer.
And we
maybe
need
one
more
day,
content
maybe
from
one
you
day,
anyway. But yes,
maybe one day we'll get an invite to Coachella.
we'll get VIP backstage passes.
Yeah, I mean, which would be cool, but like, because I'd want to experience that, but also like, I want to be with the people. Part of it is also people watching.
So that is part of Gen X's problem. And there are some that have completely conquered it and been great with it. But part of Gen X's problem with getting ahead of this digital world and influencing and making content is we want to be in the moment. We want to be there high-fiving or talking to the person next to you when you're standing in line, making connections that
Yes.
way. We don't have the camera on the selfie stick going around saying, look at me,
Sure
what
don't.
I'm doing.
Sure don't.
We're just there experiencing it, but want to be around with the other people. Hey, where are you from? How far did you come to see this?
Yes.
Oh, you got that over at that booth over there? I want to go check it out. That's what we're used to, or at least I would say our generation, versus doing the influencing thing where we've got a
Where we
camera and
have
we're
the content
and talking to ourselves.
content.
Basically talking to ourselves in the camera when there's 100 people standing around. We want to go connect. We want to go talk to people.
Yeah.
Like that's
Connections.
Yeah.
Look, real people connections, not through
relate, meet somebody.
Well, but that's because we started doing these concerts and these festivals before
all of that.
all of this was a thing.
Yes.
Where we had our fucking camera that was looped through our belt loop so that we didn't lose it.
Right.
And then you'd have to undo it to take a picture and hope that it was a good picture because...
But the picture was just a memento. It wasn't the experience.
Correct.
The experience lived in us.
It was like a quick reminder to you. Like, look at what I did.
Yeah.
Yes. It wasn't the thing.
And I feel
so,
like we're missing that. We're missing
times
that
have changed.
piece.
Well, and so they talk about like if you look out in a crowd, the sea of phones that are up. I
can't
will
stand it.
take a picture or two and sometimes maybe a short little video, but I try so hard to live in the moment. And when I first started going to like these raves and festivals with Jeffrey, I didn't even take my phone. Granted, it was because I didn't want to be the girl that lost her phone, and I didn't feel responsible enough to watch
and you
my
weren't
phone.
wearing anything to put the
And I
phone
wasn't
anywhere.
wearing any, right? I was like, I don't know where I'm supposed to put a phone.
It's all about the fit, and the phone just didn't go with the fit. Okay.
It didn't. Now I was gonna say I wear more clothes, but sometimes I don't.
But that's not that. But it wasn't about having the phone. We didn't need to be connected all the time.
Right. And so, and even now, like yes. And so, I don't know. Yes, I'm just happy being there in the space. Okay, so Subtronics, big DJ these days, like he is like making waves because he's like drum and bass, so he's like really hard. But he's the nicest, most genuine guy. At the end of his set last night, he was like, "Hey guys, if you're new, if you're old to me, thank you so much. You are like literally like letting me live my wildest dream, and you have no idea." And he's like, "And I'm going to say this for the millionth time. Be fucking kind to one another. Be kind to one another. Look out for one another. Say excuse me when you're through thing. Meet new people. Say hi, high five. Like take care of yourselves. Drink water. Make sure you're eating food. If you see somebody, pick them up. Take them to
Right.
their
Get them
friends.
help.
Like give them
Yeah.
call. Like be kind fucking humans."
Just be a
And
decent human
yes.
being.
And I
Yeah.
was like,
I love
"Oh,
that.
I
I love that.
love that."
Yeah, because I swear to you, I'm invisible at Disneyland. I swear to you, people literally walk through me. And I had to stop because I would be like, oh, I'm sorry. Like trying to get out of your way fast enough. Nobody was, and I stopped apologizing and then I went to excuse me. And now I'm just like, oh, excuse you. Because they walk right through me.
And I don't know if the digital age is doing that to us.
I don't know.
I feel
just
like
don't,
there's a big influence on that.
maybe, but I also think there's this huge entitlement factor. I really do. People are no longer, they're not sorry and they don't say excuse me because they don't care. There's like this entitlement where I can walk wherever the fuck I want to walk. I don't care if you're in the way. That's the attitude I feel.
And I just
And I'm
don't
not saying
understand
everybody.
that.
I'm not saying everybody, but there's
Right.
a good amount of people, and they all seem to go to Disneyland on the same day that I go. That just don't, there's no manners. There's nothing. And they don't care. They don't care.
And I don't understand it because again, like the one thing that I tell my children, I try not to lecture too much, but I've always told them
That's
just
our job.
I know when you go out in the world, just be a good human.
Just be a
So
good
when they would come
human.
home and they would tell me their story, I would look at Chase and be like, "Do you feel good about that? Did that make
Right.
you a good human?"
Right.
And he'll be like, "Honestly, Mom, it doesn't feel good." Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Now
Right.
sit with that. Sit
Yeah.
with that for a minute and see what
I
you're
don't
going
need
to
to
do.
give I don't need to give you this big long lecture about what
Yep.
you should and shouldn't do. Like you already know that because I've taught you those things.
Yep.
If you choose not to do that, that's fucking on you. But
Right.
at the end of the day,
Right.
just be a good human.
Yep.
And I think that's also what I have always been drawn to with the rave culture is that people there are good humans. They stand on this peace, love, unity, and respect. And so, again, you can have this 400-pound girl in the skimpiest little suit, and you will see people high fiving her. Girl, slay. You look amazing. Like, rock that shit, you know? People say, excuse me, you're dancing through the crowd. Excuse me, hey, excuse me. And then all of a sudden, you're dancing with a stranger, and they're like, yeah. And then you keep moving. That happens at rave culture. That does not happen in concert culture. You go to concerts, and people are like, ew, I've been standing here for an hour. Okay, cool. I'm just trying to get past you. I'm not trying to
Right.
block your space. I'm
Every
just
person for themselves.
right.
Yeah.
And again, I understand that too. Because if I've been holding up in a spot for an hour and I got the spot, like, am I irritated? Yeah, as long as you don't stop. I am 5'2". As long as you don't stop in front of me as a 6-foot tall dude, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Now, if you stop in front of me, I'm going to be like, excuse me, sir. Back it up, bitch.
Well, and so I just want to take this just a little bit further because I've also had to deal with this. I feel like, especially in my girls and in my son too, but with my girls, we've had to have difficult conversations to the point of they need to be very clear with a boundary that doesn't confuse politeness with weakness. Because I don't want them to get walked all over. I don't want them to get walked through. I don't want them to be trampled on and think that they should shrink themselves in order to exist in the world. And I feel like, especially as women, we get taught and trained and told to be soft-spoken and, mild and don't make waves and all this kind of stuff. And
That's changing.
right. Well, and I don't necessarily, I'm not rebuking that in a way, but I feel like there needs to be a very clear boundary of there's polite and there's weak. And don't mistake me being polite to you that I'm not going to throw down for you. Right. Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
Uh-huh.
Exactly. Because
yeah, that was my favorite with Ange. Like, she was like, okay, she's the bulldog. Shauna's the nice one. And the day that I almost got my ass beat by a dude, were you there with us?
was that at the fairgrounds?
No, here in Vegas when we came
No, it was not Vegas.
at Stoney's. This dude, like
Oh.
it was as if I didn't even exist. I'm sitting here holding my drink in the crowd, whatever, and this dude like full on like body checks me, and like I like spill my drink, and I was like,
And you said you were sorry.
"Fuck
Did you
you."
say I'm sorry?
I waited for a second, and I
Oh.
turned around and I go, "Excuse you."
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
This dude, who's towers over me, got in my face and was like, "What the fuck do you want, bitch?" Angie. And I had my drink back. Like I was like, "You just ran into me. Like I didn't even matter. Excuse you would go a long way." And Angie's like, "What just happened?" And it was kind of like what you said at Disney. Like people just, okay, just be kind. You walked through me. You clearly know you hit somebody.
Yes. Yes.
Just say,
yes.
"Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm so
Yes.
sorry." And
Yes.
I'd be like, "Oh, I mean, you spilled my drink, but no big deal. You know, sorry, excuse me," goes so far.
Yeah.
Anyways, and then Angie's my bulldog, and then she has to get in his face the whole night long. She's like, "He's gonna fucking throw down on you. He's gonna like walk up and like throw it out on
Yeah,
you." But
well,
like,
he'll be sorry. He'll be
Yeah,
sorry
he
if he
would.
messes with Angie.
but yes, it's like learning to stick up for yourself, but still be polite.
Yeah.
Not get walked all over.
Yep.
I feel like we're teaching our daughters some good things because I
Definitely.
don't know that our moms taught us that.
No, my mom was not. My mom was meek, mild,
Oh yeah, she
You
still
know,
is.
and it was always shrink yourself to fit into the room.
Oh,
that
for
you're
sure.
in.
Oh my God, it
Absolutely
absolutely went
not.
by.
That's probably why I am. Although I think I've calmed down a lot since my early adulthood, but I am not going to shrink myself. I'm not going to do anything to make you feel more comfortable to be around me. Don't be around me. That's
Mhm.
okay. I'm okay with that.
Well, and I hate using the word like women power, but like I feel like we are empowering ourselves to be bigger, to be seen, to be heard,
But
to
and not
not
in a spiteful
shrink.
way, though. Not in a
No.
spite. So here's my thing. I meet you where you meet me, right? My first encounter with you, if
I
you meet
match
me with
energies.
absolutely match energy. If I say, "Oh my gosh, excuse," in the grocery store and I'm coming down the aisle, "Excuse me, I'm gonna just squeeze past you," or whatever, and they're like, "Oh yeah, no big," like if there's a good dialogue, great. That's wonderful. But if there's an eye roll or if there's, rudeness in any kind, I will meet you with that rudeness.
Yeah, you just walk past them anyways. Okay, cool. I'll just do it myself.
Right. Right.
I wasn't
I
asking
s-
permission.
I see, shorter, like my little Shauna here. I see shorter women. They can't reach something on the grocery shelf. I'm going to go get that for you. I'm going to help you. I'm
Thank
going to
you.
see and be kind to these people.
Yeah.
But if you meet me with you're ready to have a fight, cool. That's where we'll go then.
Yeah. Well, I just think that yeah, we're as women we are like learning how to not fade in the background like some of our
I'm not
mothers
a
did.
wallflower. Right?
Yeah, and
I don't have to be
so-
the center of attention. I know
Right.
my place. I don't have to be overpowering. I'm not looking to do that. But I'm not going to dim whatever my light is so
Dim
you
my
feel more
light.
comfortable.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it.
And that sums it up for this episode of our part 1 of 2. We hope that you enjoyed it, Truth Babes, and look forward to next week with part 2, and we'll see you later.